What's up, guys? What I have here is a work sharp. This is the Ken Onion edition. I know my channel's called Shoot Stuff and all, but knives are cool too. And we're going to incorporate a Smith and Wesson knife, or a couple of them actually, into this video. And there's actually a bullet in there, so I can justify this. About this thing, got it a couple months ago, and I've used the far out of it. I really like it a lot. I've learned a lot about it. But the number one thing I learned about it is you're going to go through some belts if you sharpen a lot of knives with this thing. It really does wear the belts out. You've got it comes with the extra coarse belt here, and then the X65 is a little finer, and then there's the X22 here. It's a little finer than the X65. And then the X4, you're getting into polishing territory with it. And then you have the 6000. This is a belt that fits the original work sharp. It's a little not as wide. And this belt here wears out faster than any of the rest of them. This is one that I've really got a lot of use out of, and I actually put some polishing compound to try to extend the life of it some, but it gets to the point to where it don't do anything anymore. When they're new, they do a really good job. Show you a couple of tricks that I've learned since I've been playing with this thing. Going to start off with a new set of belts today. So we'll go ahead and what we're going to do is we're going to change the profile of one of these knives here, and we'll compare. They're pretty much identical. One of them's black and one of them's silver, and then we'll compare the before and after. I'm going to go ahead and get into this. This was a Christmas present for my brother-in-law and my sister. And I really like it. Think it's cool. And anytime I can incorporate a video into a Christmas gift is a good thing for me and everybody involved. So go ahead and try to get in this thing. I have to use a different knife. Looks like they make these things impenetrable. Got a cold, if you didn't notice. Head colds are great on Christmas. Or any time for that matter. So, okay, here we go. We got the three knives here. We'll toss this out of the way. Let's see what we've got. So, pretty good edge, reasonably sharp. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of a sharpness test on it. This is really not about fixing a dull knife today. This is about reprofiling angles. So it's pretty sharp. It's sharp. It's sharp enough to do some work with. Go ahead and set this one aside. We're gonna do the black one, so we'll have some good contrast. So what we're gonna do on the side here, you have angle adjustment. So I'm not going to go too extreme. I'm going to go with a 20-degree angle on this, because you go too extreme and you get an edge that won't last very long. So I'm going to use the heaviest one, just a couple of licks. The extra coarse. Adjust my speed a little bit here. Don't want to be going too fast. Alright. Make sure we're in frame. So, double check, 20-degree angle. Reasonably sharp knife. We should improve this some. I've found that letting it do the work is the most important thing. You don't want to force things with this, because you can absolutely ruin a knife. There's a bunch of videos on here how to do this. You're supposed to pull 1 inch per second and stop midway through the belt, and to not mess your tip up. So that's what we're gonna do. And with knives that have these little open and closing things on them, you got to watch out about getting your belt on that, because you will scuff it. So here we go. First couple of strokes. after you do this some, you're going to get a feel for whether or not you're taking too much, and you can see the line here of where I'm taking and where I'm not. See, I can't get this because of this, but I'm cool with that. I mean, I don't need that anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to really polish this part, and then we'll see the contrast at the end. So far I'm pretty happy with what I've been able to do. I'm going to do another pass, and then we're going to change belts. Going to do another couple of passes because there's some to be got right here on the tip. Okay, alright, so that's the extra coarse. That's a new belt. They come in a box like this. These are the same belts that come with the sharpener when you buy it. So now this is the X65. Same deal. A lot of videos on here will tell you to do one side until you get a burr. I find I do better if I alternate strokes. I get a more even angle on both sides if I alternate strokes. Okay, from the X65 we're going to go to the X22. I feel like that's enough. Not feeling it doing a whole lot. From the X22 we go to the X4. Going to get a real polish with this. This is getting a lot finer with this belt here. And where this belt's so fine, you're not really heating up. I just go ahead and leave it running like that. Do my passes that way. Now this is a little thing that I do. I have an old X22 here, and it's kind of wore out and it don't do a whole lot anymore. So what I do, I stick it on here and I use some polishing buffing compound, load it up, do a few passes on that. From there, I'm going to go to the extra fine, the 6000. That's an old one. This is a newer one. Used it once. This little belt wears out quick. This is the same diameter as the regular work sharp belts. Alright, so most people would stop right there. You can see the difference down there at the bottom of the blade, the contrast of what I've taken off. But I'm going to take it one step further. I got a stropping belt here. This is a leather belt. This is an aftermarket belt that somebody sells on Amazon, where I found it. Gave like $18 for this thing. I can get it on. And it came with a buffing compound, and that's where I learned the trick with the X22 belt. So when you're stropping with a leather belt, you never go in the direction of the way that the belt's turning. You always go away from it because you can hurt yourself. You're going to damage your belt. Already really sharp. This thing just gives it just a little bit of extra. So now you see, you can see the contrast there from the bottom and how shiny that is. It's really sharp. It's shaven sharp. It shaved the crap out of some hairs there, as you can see. And this is the it's lighter colored brother. I don't know if you can try to get the light to shine on them. You can kind of see the difference. But already sharp knife, but this is sharper. This is sharper than this. I can show you where the shaving ability of this one is, and it does shave. It's just not popping them off as well as this knife is now. So that's my video, guys. I like the Work Sharp Ken Onion Edition a lot. I use it a lot. It's kind of like therapy for me, coming down here and making sharp knives. You know, making ridiculously sharp knives. So appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.